Today is Thursday, Thanksgiving. This is the 28th of November. This is the latest Thanksgiving could ever fall. And I'm here at Fort Myers Beach. And I had to bicycle all the way from my house. So I've already bicycled 10 miles, so I'm tired. My car's in the shop, so unfortunately, this is all I can do here. Anyway, traffic has been really light, and it was clear skies, horizon to horizon. Now I'm starting to see some clouds in the periphery, especially in the east. But other than that, it's still pretty good. This traffic pattern is weird. I don't know whether I should bicycle over here or I should bicycle over there. I'm looking up ahead, and it looks like this is the only way, so I have to go this way. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go by this guy because he's going to bump into me. Go on this side. Oh, thank you. And that's the problem. Even if I had told him I was on the left, he would have walked into me. So I went just straight for it. So I put a new tire on the front wheel, and it's working pretty good, but it threw out my gear changing. I don't know why, but so anyway, it's gorgeous out. It's I'd say about 87 degrees right now. It was cool this morning. It was only about 57, but it's about 10:30 right now. It's warmed up really fast. It was a heavy dew this morning. Everything was saturated. Not now, but it looked like it rained big time, but I know it didn't. So yeah, I have to stand cycle my bike up this. I mean, I could try steady pedaling, but all three hurricanes, Ian, Helene, and Milton, pretty much devastated a lot of the sidewalk to get here on McGregor and San Carlos Boulevard. So I'm going to go back on Summerlin Winkler Road. Winkler Road is not renowned for being friendly to bicycles, though. So I'm going to have to be careful on that road. But it can't be worse. I mean, McGregor Boulevard up until San Carlos Boulevard was pretty good. But once McGregor turns into San Carlos, I got like down to Circle K. Not Circle K. The Target. But the roads, I shouldn't say roads, the sidewalk, the bicycle paths, they were pretty much destroyed. Lots of tree roots growing up through the sidewalk. So these people are over here. I didn't know if I should go over there. Morning. So it pays to have a nice electric scooter. You throttle on all the way up. My throttle is done when I recharge it. But I'm wearing all my attire. I got my hat on, proper shoes. I'm avoiding all the nails in the road. Morning. I'm trying to be polite. I got my side pack in case I have to stop at Dollar Tree or some other 7-Eleven if I can find one and buy a nice drink. I didn't go for a bicycle ride last weekend because of my car and the rental. They were supposed to give me a big car rental, and they said, "Oh, last minute reservation change. We have to give you a little tiny rinky-dink subcontract." And I was, "What? Subcontract?" And I was like, I can't fit a bicycle. I mean, I can't fit any power tools. I wanted to repair some of my properties. I wanted to put a lawnmower in some. I couldn't do that this weekend either. So that's weird. I got a couple yard tools over, but I had to really use the the trunk space, which is nothing, plus the back seat and the front seat to put some of my electric tools in there. I'll probably come back on that side if that side is open like that. This side, I run the risk of oncoming bicyclists or pedestrians clogging the way. But I do have 2 working brakes now on my bike, so that's good. So if I mean, it's still a little hesitant, but it comes to a stop. If I slam on the brakes, it will come to a stop. So anyway, I had to get down here. And this is Thanksgiving. I want to see what so the Lighthouse Resort looks pretty full. So again, this is the weekend for tourists to be down here celebrating. Locals, I don't know. Locals here, they'll either go on boat cruises, locals, or they'll go to Las Vegas. Yeah, weird. You got a bunch of gambling addicts living in this area. That's a Yanmar. I've been in the habit of looking at Kabutas, but that's not Kabuta. Sometimes when you bicycle and the tourists are not that busy, you can see the actual homeowner. So it looks like ERA is trying to sell Bella Mozzarella Pizza and Grill. That's up for sale. So again, here's surf style. They own the building across the street too. So it looks like they're a couple of work permits. They're finalizing the inside of the store. It's good, you know. Once you get the store open, it's good. It looks like Lynn Hall Park is open too, at least partially, which is still good. They still haven't cleared all the sand off the street. I'm not sure if this is from Milton or this is from post Milton. There was that hurricane in the Gulf. I think it was called, gosh, it started with an R. Maybe S. It was Sarah, I think, but it never made it to land, but it did cause some high surf. So again, all the land to the right of me is open space. This is excellent land. There was a, to the right of me here, there was a fence around this piece of property. And I'm thinking, you know, if 7-Eleven is going to rebuild, why rebuild anywhere but over here? But this piece of property right here on the right hand side, it almost looks like a 7-Eleven, but it's too far away to be a 7-Eleven, because this is the property right here, and the property over here is just, it's not bigger than this one. So why would they build it? So it's got to be the property manager is building something here. Yeah, it's got to be. It's gorgeous though. I like how they're building out the lintels out of concrete like that. It's good. And the rebarb is high enough. It looks like they're going to build concrete first floor, at least walls, which is good too, because what the hurricanes are unpredictable. You can't look 30 years into the future, you know. And this building is going to have a 30-year mortgage on it, that's for sure. I mean, there's not that many deep-pocketed people in the United States too much right now. I mean, we need to have our economy rebuilt, manufacturing from the ground up. We need to really impose 100% tariffs everywhere. I don't care what foreign countries say. You have to say, it's not America first. It's called Americana. So if they want to be part of America, they could join America and become part of America. And they can stop whining and bitching about wanting to stay, you know, Mexico and foreign countries and not adhere to U.S. law and not speak English. Morning. All friendly people out. They're all physically fit. Again, that piece of property right there, looks like they have some construction permit going on. This Best Western Plus, it looks ready to reopen, which is good. Should make it into a casino. Again, a lot of open property still. So if you're an investor, look at all these homes on the right. These were all built after the hurricane. Most of them by the property manager. Did a great job. I mean, adding value to the beach here. And the property's on the left-hand side. still vacant, but ready to be constructed. These are beautiful properties, and I like how they're all built the same. And they got that same, not necessarily look and feel, but it's all built uniform, so prices will go up. And they're built strong. See, this one here, the first floor, ground floor, is built with concrete, but the second floor is all built with wood. That's no good. But some people have the money, and you know what? A lot of people say that old adage, you can't take the money with you, so if you have it, spend it. Which puts problems on future generations, but you know what, if you don't have children, you're not going to pass it on, why give it to the government? So, but then again, you are giving it to the government. Instead of buying a house like this, it'd be best just to go mobile. If you have that much money to spend on a house, it just doesn't make sense, you know? Live the economical way. You know, convert your camper, get a car that's also a camper, and then just see the world. I mean, yeah, outside the United States it is pretty scary, but you may have to go in a caravan. Some people are armed. Some people should be armed. You know, going through Panama and Colombia. The problem is a lot of communist countries out there, they forbid your civil liberties. You know, they don't allow gun rights. They don't allow freedom of speech. They can throw you in jail with no cause. So that's the problem. The world is descending into it. Most of South America, except for Argentina and Guyana, they're all communists down there, which is pretty sad. And there's no escape from communism unless there's civil war. The communists will ruin the country, really ruin it, and they'll start putting people against people until really everyone is in a desperate situation. And then what happens is that then there is a revolution. The communists are rounded up and executed. But unfortunately, the communists, just like in Russia, can get away with a full generation worth, not a full generation, 80 years worth of ruining everything. And they steal the wealth and they move somewhere else in the world. That's how communism works. Anyway, we just thought I'd drive down here a little bit because I haven't been to Pink Shell and I wanted to see a little bit what has changed. Stop talking about politics. Anyway, these clouds from the east are moving here. There's little tiny cumulus clouds. They're not going to cause any problem. Yeah, that house straight ahead on the right, it's still falling apart. I see the back room is listing pretty good. It's about ready to collapse. Can't wait for that thing to be, I mean, that's an eyesore. They should just demolish that thing. The property would be worth more if they just demolished that thing. And it would sell faster too. But of course, Lee County, Fort Myers Beach, they're probably criminally legal wrangling and trying to extort money out of the landowners. Again, I don't think city government should have that right, should not have that power. Morning. People looking at, there's obviously bums looking up there. You can see makeshift scaffolding where people are using it as ladders. So bums are living up there, lighting fires at night because they're doing their drugs, and the drugs they're setting parts of the building on fire. They don't care. They don't know. All right, so this is Bobwitch Point. I can see the beach is huge. I didn't take a look at the tide chart. I forgot, but I'm looking at it right now. The tide looks mid-tide, but it looks farther out than mid, so I think we're okay. Some people waiting for a bus. Good luck on a holiday. And this place is pretty packed. It's an air-conditioned bathroom. I don't know if it's occupied or vacant because I can't see the LED. All right, we're not gonna get too far here. Oh wow! Just stay in that rut. I'm tired. Ooh, we're still going. I'm not gonna get over this hill though. This is amazing. Morning.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you too. Some people are starting to leave the beach. There's a guy here early in the morning. I need to put sunblock on. I put a thin layer of sunblock on, so we'll see. Some people are playing football. See right there. Actually, you can see the humidity is way down. You can see the Sandal Causeway there. It's almost clear as day. I haven't been over the Sandal Causeway since I got that flat tire. Makes it memorable. It's a good thing my camera wasn't running when I got. Alright. So it's pretty crowded for being Baldwin Point. I'm not sure if they're charging $2 an hour or $5 an hour. They may charge only $2 an hour. Which is still ridiculous. So you can see the sandbar there. It's about 40 yards offshore. And it's only about 2 or 3 inches deep. So it's kind of weird though, but if you look at the surf, it's kind of, 0 to 6 inches inshore, but after the sandbar, there's like no waves. So how could that be? How can it be windy inshore, but not windy offshore? That's weird. It's a 40-yard windsurf there. So I gotta be careful of seashells, sandcastles. Yeah, it looks like the beach has been raked, so there's shells everywhere. Coming up this pink shell's property. I'm glad they raked it because now I know where the property is. So they raked everything. There's no more burn tank in this, but this is part of the green beach from the offshore dredging. So the beach here is really crunchy. That's the word. It's not smooth. It's not packed. It's not hardened. It's crunchy. But not good. I got 60 pounds PSI on both tires. So they're 2.1 inch tires. So holding up pretty good. I hope I don't have to fight this all the way down Lindhall Park. I know they're still doing dredging at Lindhall Park, so I know the beach there is closed. So I don't even know how far I can bicycle here on the beach. If I have to do much more of this, I might exit the beach. This is not really enjoyable. I have to see something extraordinary to make it work here. Incredible. Looks like they're doing good business here. No. As it is, when I hear a song, it plays in my mind. It's usually 24 hours, not 12 hours delayed. So I heard the Go-Go's Vacation last night around 9 o'clock, right before I went to bed. Now it's like echoing through my head again. I don't know why that is. Alright, I just realized I was driving in 7th gear. Wonderful. Alright, so now I downshift to the 2nd gear, and that's not too bad. I mean, I downshifted to, yes, 2nd gear. So this part of the beach looks alright. It's been a little hardened a little bit. So I'm looking offshore. I don't see the dredges. This is about a 100-yard beach though. It's 100 yards wide, which is pretty amazing. I mean, they did a great job dredging this. The surf will take some back, but still 100 yards is pretty commendable. It's just, it adds value to all these places. Hopefully they didn't have to pay too much. Paying for that berm was silly, but the dredging like this would be worth it. I see the dredge pipe straight ahead. This is a 2-foot pipe. I'm bicycling on top of some really fine sand. It's been probably packed for about a week, but it's still soft. It's got to mix into some of the coarser stuff to gain that really good hard packed texture. Unless there's some coarse sand mixed in with the fine sand is too muddy. People look at the seashells, especially when it dredges. You never know what you'll find coming out the dredge. The shells could be crushed because of the impaler is pulling the stuff up, or it could be whole. I'm going to try to go over this ramp here, but it looks like I'm being blocked at the moment. So now I'm sweating. And it must be about 87, 88 degrees. Some parts of this beach feel even hotter than that. Where it's whiter inland, it could be over 110 degrees. Seashells, they're not looking too bad. Now this part of the beach is not too bad. It could have been the raking in front of the pink shell that was causing the rough crunchiness. This looks like it's had a week or two to harden in. Again, all this is dredged sand, but once it has about 2 weeks, definitely it'll start getting packed again and firm. You can tell a lot of tourists here. A lot of locals are in shape. This COVID hoax nonsense that caused, skyrocketing prices in the grocery store. So locals, they gotta watch a budget. They can't waste food like they used to. So they're not spending more. They're not getting paid more. So how do they, they have to stop wasting. They have to buy less frills, buy cheaper products, and stop wasting it. That's all you can do. So you have the stores. Well, of course, Big Lots, that was horrible. They started jacking up their prices from day one. I'm glad they're out of business. It was run by dumb people. Me, I could tell, even when the store was operating, I could tell them what they were doing wrong. But obviously, when you hire stupid people hire stupid people. Next thing you know, your entire company is woke and completely stupid, and then it goes out of business, of course, in a violent way too. That's wokeism. Stupid, and that's the thing. It's the same thing with countries. You get these woke people in there. They ruin countries like the EU. It's all ruined, and then they blame other people, but they're the ones that ruined it. And they'll ruin it for a generation or two. They'll steal all the wealth, and then they'll exit and live somewhere else. And leave all the peasants in their once great country now ruined. Especially Germany. Look at that country. They really bought into that woke, complete nonsense hoax, and they bought into COVID. They bought into climate bullshit. Excuse me, and it's sad. But anyway, there's a couple puppies here on the beach. I see that one there. So I see there's a pump here. This is interesting. It looks like they have to add water to the pump. So this is a auxiliary pump to get the slurry moving. Someone put a nice little trench in here. That definitely stopped me. Should I go over this pipe or should I go around it? The question is, how do I get around it? Is it steel? If it's steel, I'd be foolish to go over it. Let's see, we'll go this way. Maybe. It looks like the tide's going out, actually. So this is a beautiful beach. A lot of people are taking advantage of this wide beach. Again, it's 100 yards wide. This is fantastic. And this brings up the property value of all the properties here on the beach. If you already paid for this improvement, wow, you're passing on a good improvement to the next homeowner, the next owners of their property. Gotta be careful because of all the beautiful sand here. People are building sandcastles all over the place. Okay, so we're coming up to Lynn Hall Park, and that's they're still dredging and pumping sand onto the beach, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna have to walk on this beautiful 100-yard wide beach back to the road. So it looks like the people from Lynn Hall Park are over here on this side. As long as there's bathrooms, they'll be here. Maybe I can actually walk over onto Lynn Hall Park. We'll see.
One more piece for you.
Alright, so this is where that was pretty nice. This is the end of the line. So it looks like they're knocking down more of the beach structure because the beach is elevating another like 3 or 4 feet. It's interesting. So that was pretty nice. They're moving the dredging hoses over here. So looks like they're getting ready to do this area. So the offshore dredge is going to move down parallel to the beach. They're probably going to move it right off the pier here and probably do Kai area next. So yeah, one bicycle over here. It was awesome. I'm glad I came over here. And I'm glad to see that the whole Lynn Park is open. Again, this area where they put the bathrooms in, they need to put more parking here. This is just, we don't need no restaurant or super sophisticated changing room bathrooms. We just need parking here. But the bathrooms they put there, they should stop blocking parking spots. You can easily put those bathrooms near these other trees. Clump the bathrooms next to it.
Come on, Alana.
No. Not at all.
Yes, sweetie.
And if they were to put parking spots in here, they can get at least 10 by at least 10 by 10 more. With all this extra, they don't need any of this grilling area or anything. They just need parking spots. That's what people want. That's what people. That's what they used to do here. They used to park everywhere, but it used to be $3 a day, which is better. Good morning. Alright, so here, and thank you. Alright, now on my way here, I did see, sad, but you're always going to see that when people throw food out the window of cars. They didn't throw it at me, but when I was approaching an intersection, I saw a big, what was extremely big chocolate donut, one of those king-size ones. It looked really tasty, and you know I'm starving right now. I was looking at it, not that I wanted to pick it up, but I'm like, wow, where'd they get that from? So again, this Bella Mozzarella Pizza and Grill has a for sale sign on it. So it's kind of sad because this is the best time to buy something like that, right before season. And you know, they have the vents that vent all their pizza smell up into the air. That's what you need. But what I found out, I used to own the business right here, Used to be called the Lighthouse Sandwich Shop. And what I found is if I had like a little street marquee, like a little, like a real estate bifold sign sticking out by the curb, that's all you need. You advertise your specials. You say beer. In their case, you say pizza slices. You make a combo, a drink and pizza for $2.50 or something like that. A slice of pizza and a drink for $2.50. I mean, let's face it, you're making 1,000% profit on soda. So you can give them a soda, a nice big 32-ounce cup of soda with some ice in it, and a slice of pizza for $2.50. Well, so I don't see the weed mobile, but I don't see anything else. I mean, this is Thursday, so this guy is interesting here. He's filling up his beach thing. It's kind of cool that this is where they do it. Beach parking, $20. So I'm bicycling the street because there is no sidewalk. And since I'm going with traffic, why not? And they're restricted to like 20 some miles an hour, so I mean, I can keep up if I have to at that speed. So let's see how much it is today. It was $20. Let's see how much. If I can see the sign. Can't see the sign, they're hiding it. So I'll tell you probably the prices went up. Thank you. So the pool is looking spectacular, as it always does. And not as crowded as it well, it is crowded, but the pool is not crowded. So the enclosure is crowded. So people are playing a lot of football, and I like how they're not restricting people from that. So they're throwing it in and out of the pool. A lot of other pool complexes, that'd be a risk here. I mean, it's people understand that. It's kind of fun. They want to be part of the game too. Back to the beach here. I could have went back on the beach back there. I wasn't thinking, I didn't know how far the dredging had gone. So we'll go back right over here. Go back right here. Again, one of these 7-Elevens is going to come back. I mean, you know, I wish I had that much money. You know, if I opened up a 7-Eleven / like Goodwill store here on the beach, and the Goodwill store would specialize in like used surf clothes, I'd make a mint. But of course, it would have to be built up to 15 feet above mean high tide, which again, that's no problem if I can put, squeeze an ice cream store in there too. And you have to motivate people to walk up that height. There's a manhole here. That's a manhole. That's concrete and steel. If you trip over that, you're gonna get injured. So it looks like they're building a berm again. I don't know for what reason. This looks pretty silly. But they got a little berm going in. A lot of people when they park, they like to put their chairs and stuff on top of the berm. I don't blame them. But this sandbar ahead of me here, this is a naturally formed sandbar. It looks like the sand is slowly filling its way in around Margaritaville. If you're looking from the beach, that area had been dug out a little bit. There was a little, the tide had excavated it. But it looks like we're having it's filling in a bit. And it looks like the tide's going out because of the way the beach is dropping here. This looks like a severe low tide for me. So You can see where they stopped dredging. We'll go back that way and check it out. Because the beach is going out, so we'll be able to bicycle back on that sandbar that's being exposed. But you can see right there, it's a significant way beyond Times Square. I mean, it's approaching Margaritaville, no problem. And it's an extra 50 yards out. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, they're already having some spillover effect to the beach over here. This beach is acquiring some of the sand. I'm just glad they're not rebuilding that dune. Berm, where are you going? Alright, so it's like a mid-tide, but it feels like it's going out. So I can't tell for sure. Bicycling in an area where there's a lot of sandcastles. Yeah, I don't know if tide's coming in or out. Normally when you're bicycling in an area there's lots of sandcastles and it's wet like this, the tide's coming in. But I don't see the seaweed bunched up. Yeah, I think if I go back on that sandbar, that'd be nice. Since this area, now I'm hitting some loose sand. Oh, it's tough. It's not really packed. This is like mud. There's not enough coarse sand in it. This is the sand you would want when you're doing a fence post foundation. You want this type of sand, so you can put it in really wet, stir it around, and let it settle down, make a nice good grip on the post. Maybe add some concrete hardener with it. Even concrete hardener, just the basic sand would do it. That would thicken that stuff right up. So, again, it's pretty... this is what I'm looking for. Up a 9. It's pretty docile out this morning. Besides a couple of people playing music, the surf is really gentle. People are making sandcastles everywhere. Got a couple dogs, here's another one. Even a wheelchair, I've never seen a wheelchair like that out there. So, well, that's ridiculous. I thought this guy was metal detecting, but he's a freaking garbage. And more power to him. If that's what he wants to do, I'm good. So there are a lot of people out here, but Diamond Head is really full. This is one of the fullest I've seen Diamond Head ever. And this is a Thursday, of course Thanksgiving, but still. So when I get here on Saturday or Sunday, the tourists are, Saturday is a departing day and Sunday is an arrival day. So people are not really out here. You get the locals that come out Saturday and Sunday. But today, because it's a Thursday, Thanksgiving, yeah, you're gonna find some locals here, but mostly it's just tourists. It's just pretty crowded, actually. Not going to go too far down. I'm just going to go down to the I still want to check and see what the Junkanoo and Fresh Catch. Some of these sandcastles. I haven't seen any pelicans. I didn't see any pelicans on the pier either. I kind of wonder where they went. Maybe the pelicans migrate down to the Keys when they come back. I mean, it was chilly the last couple of nights, but I think they would all go down to the Keys. Nautilus Hotel is still looking available. Some people are playing some kind of scoop-up ball. I've seen that being played before. Get the frisbee going. Football is still the dominant. Some people are playing like little soccer balls. There's a big sandcastle coming up on the left. Nice. Took some time there. And they were snowmen, and they out of sand, and made So I'm looking towards the old Fort Myers Beach Town Center, and they have big piles of filtered sand off of Ventura Boulevard, very close to where the old Tops supermarket Winn-Dixie was. And Winn-Dixie's owned by Aldi's. You think Aldi's would reopen a supermarket here on the beach to compete with Publix? At least reopen a Winn-Dixie, if not open up their own flagship store. So this bicycle is nice. And this is hard pack. This is excellent bicycling surface. This is similar to how Daytona Beach is. Very hard pack like this, no loose sand, all hard. You can pick up a good speed. The problem with Daytona Beach is that right between like 11:30 and 12 noon, because it's a canyon on the beach, it develops severe wind at that time. And then it develops severe rain too. So rain can pop up in no time. So you really have to finish your bicycling before 11:30 in the morning if you want to be able to bicycle both directions. If not, severe wind will pick up, and depending which way the wind's blowing, if it's blowing onshore, you might get away with it. Although that's usually the time it starts raining. If it's blowing up or down the beach, depending on which direction you want to go, if you're going with the wind, then you're going to enjoy your bicycle ride back. If you're not, you're going to be fighting a 30-mile-per-hour headwind, and it will. I'm telling you, you'll be faster to dismount the bicycle and walk it. The wind will be blowing so hard, it'll for every pedal you take one forward, you're going to be pushed two backwards. So I've already had that experience. So they're up there. That's probably the smart way to bicycle. Just coming down here. Kind of like up there. Go back. Well, if my tire would have exploded, it would have been through that stuff. Beach changes, but there was no way out of that one. That was just junk. I wish he had plowed it. I wish he had stayed up there, and I would have followed his rut. But see, now we see all these seashells went away. We're back to a nice manicured beach. This is heaven bicycling right now. So he's exiting over there. But he's got like 4-inch tires, so plus I thought he had power assist, maybe not. He's got only 6 or 7 gears. And if he does not have power assist, that's pretty sad. Definitely not facing me. We'll come up to Fletcher Cache now. I'm going to be making a U-turn. Got definitely going back on the beach. This is nice. This area is nice. Up on Lanakai, that wasn't that nice, but this is nice. Alright, this looks like good enough as any place. A lot of people walking their dogs out the sandbar. That's pretty cool. The dogs love that. It's one way to get the dogs to lose their fear of water. Walk them in the water and then progressively get deeper and deeper until the dogs don't have any fear of it. The dogs understand wet paws. Dogs will understand wet legs, wet paws. Once their midsection gets wet, then they start freaking out. But as long as they get used to it and they keep their head above water, then they'll be all right. I was down at the dog beach once. I was feeding someone else's dog, and I was feeding them dried cranberries. And I love eating them, and the dog loved eating them. He dropped one in the water. He put his head down to get it. Didn't realize he was putting his head down into the salt water. So went all the way down with his head in salt water. Pulled his head back up. Looked at me scared. I was like, "You should have let that one go." And then I gave him another one. He ate that. It's all right. The dog's gotta learn. And if you put his head in this water, he must have closed his mouth. Hold it back out. So now I'm facing a little cool headwind, which I really love because I was sweating and my eyes are watering now too. I don't know why, but I got some falling sand. I'm wearing some nice sunglasses though. Oh, so they're related. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, it's about a 4-knot headwind. It's not something light. It's pretty heavy, but it's feeling good. Feels about a 70-degree headwind, even though when I come to a stop, it feels like 86 degrees. So it's delightful bicycling into the headwind. And that's how it is too. When I come to a stop, I won't feel the headwind. And it feels like 86, but bicycling into the headwind, you feel it. It's nice and cool. It's cooling you down. Playing Simon Says over there. Or a different version of it. I'm not going to bicycle too much more because I have to go 10 more miles back home. So I'm just going to go back to the Lighthouse Tiki Bar. It is a nice tranquil morning. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Not really. There's another word I'm looking for. I just can't get it out. Somber, yes, maybe somber's the one. I like using somber, but it definitely is a somber morning. There's a lot of these beach patrols. I don't know what they're doing here, Now straight ahead there is the pirate boat. You can see it straight ahead. It's just coming out. So they'll be going in front of Lanakai and firing their cannons. So far the beach is so nice. Again, a lot of people are building sandcastles, so I've been running into them. when you build a sandcastle, you have to build a moat. And you have to build a moat around a sandcastle, so I'm running into the moat, obviously, not the sandcastle. There is a big cargo ship off Sanibel heading towards shore. It's not like a big container ship, it's a cargo ship. And it's making a lot of noise. I wonder if it's running some drugs. Let me show you to you. Oh, there's somebody bending over. I'm sure. I can hear it. It's got big diesel engines. Straight ahead there. See, it's coming ashore. I don't know what that is, but it's huge. If that was coming from Mexico, that's how they do it. They come in fast. And then there's usually a fishing boat or a catamaran close, and they'll drop whatever they're carrying and then drive right back out to sea like that. And then you know the catamaran or fishing boat are part of that, whatever they're doing. They're not slowing down. They're coming at full tilt there. That's not a Coast Guard boat either. There is what appears to be a big fishing boat out there. It does not look like the Coast Guard cutter. And anyway, at that speed, a Coast Guard cutter would have intercepted that boat. It's still coming full speed. You can see that the pirate boat is going like almost nothing. That speedboat is it's surpassing distance-wise by easily the pirate boat. The pirate boat looks to be about the same size. All right, so the speedboat went behind the pirate boat, and it's heading into St. Carlos Bay. I can't tell whether it's heading towards Fort Myers Beach or it's heading up to Caloosahatchee. It's still hard for me to gauge. There's a lot of sandbars between Bunchy Beach and Fort Myers Beach. You have to really know the water here. It almost looks like it's heading straight to the Sanibel, the main span of the Sanibel Causeway. But you have to decrease speed. You can't be going full knots. You have to go like half knot. Where the pirate ship is going no wake. That thing's going full wake. You can still hear it. Could be a turbo electric diesel. Anyway, we're passing. Let's use that boat. We passed Diamond Head. And the sandbar is still, I don't know whether it's covering up or just staying like that. But once that boat gets beyond the horizon, you stop hearing that sound. And that's a full throttle. The beach is gorgeous. We're coming up to Lanakai. That's when the beach gets kind of crummy, but it appears that the water's going out a little bit though, which is a good thing. We are going to get some waves from that speedboat. They're going to come to shore any minute. At full throttle, that thing was making a huge wake. Okay, so the sound of that boat's going away. It may be entering the no wake bridge. Started to become a little quieter for me. So there's only one boat right now anchored offshore for the Lanakai. It looks like one boat is anchored offshore, but that's parasailing from Margaritaville. There is a boat close on shore, but it's hard to say. So, okay, 2 boats for Lanakai. So Lanakai's winning. Alright, so we're hitting the soft, gritty sand here. I'm trying not to wipe my eyes out, whatever's in it, because I don't want it to irritate it more. It's getting really soft. Morning. Morning. The sandbar is just a little bit too wet. I don't want to get a constant water. The pirate boat, they always go out, so I know that they do good business. And they give people, they go out twice, so they give people a breakfast and then a lunch. I'm not sure if they go out for dinner, but I'm sure if they had enough people, they would go out. I mean, they charge $25 a person, that includes a boat ride. I wonder what they power that boat with out there. But it has to be the lowest price thing we can find. We're going to go as far as we can here. We came out at this point, so this is virgin ground that we're on. So again, people are liking to walk out in the sandbar. Box in there. The beach is getting narrow. I can't go around these people I'd like to, because if I go around them, I'll just hit another roadblock. So I'm trying to give some of the people ahead of me time to disperse. This may grab through the water there, but that's it. Some people are pointing out the water. I think they see. They look at the pirate boat.
That's cool.
Here's the cold water ice cream guy. He's tan and physically fit. Alright, so we have to exit the beach up here. So I'm not gonna push my luck. See a little front loader with a pallet scooper. And it looks like they're leveling the beach with a pallet scooper. Oh, weird. So, the question is how do you exit the beach? On this nice staircase here, or do you go where they go? Over the other side. I'm not going to carry a bike, so. Let's see. Okay, we here. Reminds me that Christmas is only a little over 3 weeks away. It's actually a nice restaurant here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the La Di Da Beach Bar. We have a nice bar here. Alright, so it's a nice shade over here. Margaritaville should buy this land. Oh, hello. Looked like the Margaritaville manager was looking at me like he wanted to throw his weight, but you know how we do. Taco Pizza. So there's a coconut Mexican restaurant somewhere upstairs. That looks interesting. Again, I would not like to park my car underneath Margaritaville here. This is the one thing that really draws it back. Margaritaville needs to buy a lot of property and build a proper car garage, a car parking garage. They need at least a 6 to 8, possibly 10-story parking garage to handle all these cars. I like how they raised their complex off the ground. So Hurricane Ian, Elaine, and Milton didn't affect them, but so parking is much to be anticipated. Looks like they're working on that side, so they're scaring people away from parking with the tiki. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna call it at this point, although I've got 10 miles to go. So until maybe this weekend, I'll see you later.